I'll show you how to unbox and set up the Eufy Clean L50 robotic vacuum. And if you're looking to buy one of these, I'll leave a link right below the video, so feel free to check that out. And at the end of the video, I'll also be running some tests on the L50 to see how it performs both on hardwood flooring and carpets. And if you'd like to see a full review of this vacuum cleaner, please leave me a comment below and I'll definitely consider doing one. So you want to open the box up and then place the box on its side, as I've done. And you want to do this on a flat table or surface. And we're going to go ahead and pull that tray out. Now that I've got the tray out on the table, let's see what's inside. The first thing you'll notice is the quick start guide. And then we're going to remove this piece of protective foam. And next you'll find the charging station and then the robot itself. And then inside the box you seem to have what appears to be a cleaning brush. And that's pretty much all you have inside the box. So the first step to prepping the robot is to get it out of its plastic packaging. And next we're going to remove the two foam shipping protectors wedged between the bumper. So I'm going to pull on this piece of foam and remove it. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And let's then peel off these clear protectors. There's one all the way back here and one more to remove all the way up front by the power button. Now I've removed all the outer plastic packaging from the charging module, but there is one more piece of protective plastic that I need to remove from the outside. So I'm going to peel that off from the unit. And the first step before we run the robot is to set the charging station up. And the charging station has to be up against a hard wall, preferably, and has to be stuck to the floor to ensure it works correctly. And to do that, they have this adhesive strip on the bottom, and you're going to remove the sticker to reveal that adhesive strip and then place the device on the floor. But before you do that, you want to ensure that there's at least 1.6 feet of space on either side of the charging dock and about 5 feet of space in front of it, as this sticker on the back shows, and that'll give the robot enough space to cleanly dock and disengage. And another thing to note, as the sticker suggests, is you cannot stick this on carpeted floor. You need to find a hard spot of flooring somewhere in your house to stick this down. Now, since this is a charging dock, you will need a spot in your home, wherever it is that you position this, to have a power outlet nearby. I don't recommend using an extension cable for this. So as you can see here, I found a clean, clear spot of flooring with an outlet right next to it. And what I've gone ahead and done is cleaned that thoroughly so that the actual adhesive strip will adhere to your flooring. And I'm going to go ahead and gently peel off that sticker. And then I'm going to position it gently up against the wall with the electrical contacts facing outward. And then I'm going to plug the wall adapter into a wall outlet. And I'm going to go ahead and line the robot up with the charging dock. And to do that, I'm going to have the back of the robot and the electrical contacts on the back of the robot make contact with the charging dock. And the moment you do that, you'll notice that the lights on the front start blinking and it announces that it is charging. And we're going to let it sit there and get fully charged. And in the meantime, while it does that, we have a few other setup items to handle. So let's go do that. So the next step in the setup process is to install the companion app. And the process is pretty much identical whether you have an iPhone or an Android device. Now, if you have an iPhone, you're going to go into the App Store. And if you have an Android device, you're going to go into your Play Store. And we're going to search for Eufy Clean. Okay. And you're going to tap Get to begin installing that app. And then we're going to tap Open to open the app. And then it asks you whether you'd like it to send notifications. And I'd like it to do that. So I'm going to tap Allow. And then it asks me to agree to all the terms and conditions. I'm going to tap Agree. On the next window, it asks me to either log in with my existing Eufy or Anchor account, or I can sign up if I don't have one. Now, I don't have one, so I'm going to sign up for one. I'm going to tap Sign Up, enter my email address, a password, and then tap Sign Up. And once you do that, it says Add Device. So you want to tap on that. And you want to scroll down till we find our model, which is the L50. And the one you want is the regular L50 and not the L50 SES. In our case, I have the regular L50, which I'm going to select, tap on that. And then it asks me if I'd like to allow Eufy Clean to find devices on local networks. I'm going to tap Allow, and it asks me to power on the device, which I've already done, and I'm going to tap I heard that voice or beep, and then tap Next. And then it asks me to press and hold the start and recharging buttons for 3 seconds. And if you hear the voice confirmation, the reset was successful. So let's go ahead and do that. So as the instructions said, I'm going to tap and hold both these buttons together at the same time. So let's do that. I'm going to press and hold those together.
Wi-Fi has been reset. Follow the instructions in the app to connect to the network.
Until you hear that message that the Wi-Fi network was reset. And now that we've done that, we can jump back into the app. And here you can check that little checkbox that says reset completed and then tap next. And then it asks us to enable location services. So I'm going to tap go to enable. And then it asks you whether you'd like to allow Eufy Clean to use your location. And I'm going to tap allow while using app. And then I'm going to tap start connecting. And then it asks me to enter my Wi-Fi password. This is the Wi-Fi password for my home network. So if this isn't your home network, you want to make sure you're connecting to your home Wi-Fi network. So you can actually tap that and then select the Wi-Fi network. But in my case, I have the correct network selected. So all I'm going to do is enter that password and then tap next. And then it says connect to the robot's Wi-Fi. I'm going to tap that and I'm going to go into the Wi-Fi network, and there you'll see that there is a Wi-Fi network that starts with the words Eufy Clean L50. I'm going to tap on that to connect to it. Okay, I've connected to it, and now I'm going to hop back to the app, and it lets me know that it is now connecting to the robot. Give it a few seconds and you'll hear a verbal message from the robot that says Wi-Fi connection successful. And on the app, you'll notice that the RoboVac is now available in your app. So I'm going to tap enter, and then it asks me to kind of optimize the charging base. We've already done this. I'm going to tap next, and then it says tips for getting the most out of your robot. You want to kind of have all the little obstacles out of the way before it does its cleaning job. Tap experience now. Once it gets to the next page, it asks me whether I'd like to auto upgrade the firmware on the robot, and I'm going to tap agree. And as you can see in my case at the top of the app, the robot is only 72% charged up. So I'm going to wait till the robot gets to 100% charge and then come back to the app. So the robot is now fully charged, and the next step is to generate a map of your house. So that's pretty much the first run that it does to kind of explore your house and figure out the dimensions of what it's dealing with. And this allows you access to additional features such as sectioning of which parts you clean or choose not to clean, etc. It'll need to generate this map the first time around. And you also want to ensure that there are hard physical barriers where you don't want the robot to go. For example, if you don't want the robot to go into a specific closet, keep that door closed. So you want to do all those things, and you also get things out of the robot's way. So if there's any toys or anything on the floor, you'll kind of want to get it off the floor. You can leave furniture in place, obviously, but everything else that you can kind of get off the floor, you want to do that before it actually does its mapping run the first time. And once you've done that, you want to tap mapping, and then it asks you, do you have pets at home? And I'm going to say I don't have pets. And then it gives you a couple of mapping tips, and these are the things we just discussed. I'm going to tap getting started. So once you hit get started, the robot leaves its dock and then uses a combination of its LiDAR module, which is that round thing on top, and its actual bumper and the bumper sensor inside it. And it uses these two to actually go through your house and find the dimensions, the rooms, and the other details such as obstacles that it would encounter when it cleans your entire house. So at this point, remember, it's not really cleaning your house on this run. All it's doing is really just trying to map your entire house and figure out the dimensions of your house so it can actually go ahead and clean your house on the next run. And once it's done with that, you'll notice that it generates a full-blown map of what your house looks like and kind of breaks it up into rooms for you, which is super neat. I mean, and to be honest with you, with my house, this is pretty darn accurate. I'm actually very impressed by how well it actually mapped my entire house. And folks, that's pretty much all the setup that you need to do to get this up and running. The next run that we do with the robot will be an actual cleaning run. So one of the big advantages of mapping your whole house is that it breaks the entire house into various rooms based on different separations that it finds. So you then have the ability to select specific rooms and have just those cleaned, which is really helpful if you just want to clean specific spaces in your home. Now, if you just want to selectively clean a very specific geographic area of your house, you can do this through going into the zone menu, adding a zone, and then this then allows you to extend or increase the size of a zone or even move a zone around and just ensure that that specific area is cleaned during this run. And you can continue to add different zones, so you can have different zones placed at different points of the house and clean just those zones. Pretty darn cool. Before we go ahead and hit play, what I'd like to do is tap on where it says mode and ensure that we're, in terms of suction, we're in the standard mode. Boost IQ is turned on, so which kind of changes the amount of suction depending on what kind of floor it is. And I'm going to do a test run in standard to see if that is sufficient. If it isn't, I'll switch it out to either the turbo mode or the max mode to give it more suction power. But for now, I'm just going to go with the standard mode, and then I'm going to close that out, and you're ready for your first run. But again, remember, if there are any obstacles, toys, anything on the floor, you kind of want to get it off the floor before you hit play. So let's go ahead, check for that, and then hit the play button and see what it does. Now, cleaning the whole apartment in my case took about 49 minutes. It covered about 441 square feet, and as it went about doing that, you could actually see its progress on the live map, as you can see here, which is super cool. Now, I started it off in the standard mode, but very quickly I switched it out to the turbo mode because I noticed the standard mode wasn't picking up things as well. And even in the turbo mode, in the beginning, it appeared as if it wasn't picking up stuff on the floor, but very soon it actually did multiple sweeps over that very area and did a very good job of cleaning up my floors, both carpeted and hardwood tile. Let me just say, I am very impressed by how well it performed. I really wasn't expecting it to perform this well. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're looking to buy one of these, I'll leave a link right below the video, so feel free to check that out. And obviously at the end of its run, it went back and docked at its charging station. Hope this video was useful. If it was, please give it a big thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing to my channel to stay tuned for more reviews, unboxings, and how-to videos. And if you have any questions or comments about the setup process, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.